Hello everyone, welcome to Redcat Yoga. We're doing something a little bit different today. I'm going to show you some chair yoga. So this is something that people have kind of maybe done on a plane, right? We sit down in a plane a lot, but it's really good if you're sat in the office all the time. Maybe you're healing from something and your stability is a little off, or maybe you just don't feel as strong as you used to. But also it's a really good way for anybody to just get a stretch in during the day. So welcome. You do not need any props. I have a couple of things. I'm going to show you some variations, but really to start off with, you can do it without any props. I do have the 2 blocks if you want them. You could use some books, some paper, like reels of paper would be good if you're in an office. But that's really just to lift up your leg a little bit if you feel that's necessary. And then I have a strap. I'll be using this during one of our exercises. It doesn't have to be a yoga strap. I've got a belt here. You could use a dog lead or maybe the handle of a purse or handbag if you have those. I have a seat. It's very sturdy and stable. And also I've put a little cushion underneath to make it a little softer. Without arms is best. See if you can find more without arms, but you can move around and adjust yourself if you have arms. So that was a long-winded way of saying welcome to chair yoga, and let's get started. So we're going to start by lifting our spine and taking a really deep inhale and an exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. And this time we're just going to circle our shoulders up as we inhale and back as we exhale. Inhale up and exhale all the way down. As you inhale, lengthen that spine, and as you exhale, relax those shoulders, bring in a little movement. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. This time we're going to take it around the other way. So bring your shoulders behind your ears with your inhale, and as you exhale down the front. Carrying on with those breaths, feeling that breath lifting you up, and your exhale, relaxing yourself down. Your hands can remain in your lap. And one more time, inhale up, exhale all the way around. This time we're going to turn our head over to the right. And just take your gaze a little bit over towards your shoulder, maybe a little bit further, just a gentle twist. And with your inhale back to center, exhale over to the other side, hands remaining in your lap, and your shoulders are remaining straight and pointing in front of you. Inhale to the middle, exhale, look around. Inhale to the middle, checking that you haven't slooped down, that you're nice and straight with your spine. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale back to center. We're going to take that one more time, but this time we're going to move our arms a little. So we're going to take our right arm and place it at the furthest part of your chair. You can grip here, or you can take your arm behind you straight. So with your inhale, take that gaze and your shoulder, but you're opening your chest remains facing forward. It's just your gaze that's taking over and your hand movement. Deep exhale. Inhale, return to the middle and take your other hand behind you. So it can rest on the edge of the chair. You can take it behind you. Chest open. Your gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, deep breath out. And one more time. Inhale back to center. And exhale, turn. This time moving your shoulder slightly further around. See if you can reach that gaze further. You can take your left hand and make it a little lever onto your knee to help yourself move over. Couple of breaths here. As you inhale, lifting your spine. As you exhale, see if you can take that over a little further, keeping your chest open, your shoulders down. One more inhale in. Exhale, blow it all out. Inhale back to center And over to the other side. This time taking your right hand over and opening up your chest to that left side. Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, relax those shoulders away from your ears. One more inhale, exhale. See if you can look over a little bit further if that's accessible to you. And inhale back through center. Shake out those arms. Let's give those wrists a twist. If you are sat at the desk, you're probably using these wrists for typing. We use our wrists all day long, whatever we're doing, writing. So go around the other way. Good job. We're going to bring our fingers and let them rest onto our knees. Now we're going to inhale, reach up, and we're going to come back kind of into a cow. So we're going to look up to the ceiling. And then rounding our shoulders forward, making the cat part of your body. So a C curve with your spine, looking down towards your lap. Inhale, pushing up with your hands, relaxing those shoulders as we make our way up to the ceiling. Shoulders back, opening that heart to the ceiling. And inhale, relax those shoulders, rounding our back. Our gaze goes towards our lap. Inhale, pushing up on our hands, opening up our chest, looking up to the ceiling. And exhale, rounding our back, coming down into cat. Gaze into our lap, relax the shoulders. One more inhale, reach up, chest open, shoulders come down, looking up to the ceiling. And with an exhale, all the way down, looking down into our shoulders, into our lap, our shoulders relaxed. And come back up with a nice straight spine. We're going to take a deep breath in, reaching all the way up over our head. We're going to twist those hands around. And exhale all the way down. Take that again. This time we're taking the twist in the other direction. So under the other hand, reaching up and relaxing. One more time each side. Inhale up. If it's accessible to you, reach up and reach those hands together. Otherwise, just come to center. Inhale up. Oh, I've got my own cat coming through. This is Bella. And exhale. Hi, Bella. You missed cat cow. And relax. Shake out those hands again. Good job. Shake out that neck a little. We're going to take some circles with our head. So hands can come back to our lap. Nice check in with our spine. Is it nice and straight? And we're going to take our head around to the right. Bracing any clicks you may have. And round the other way. And back to center, relax, good job. Okay, now this is where those blocks may come into use or not. You can push your foot along the ground. I'm going to take our right leg. You can lift it up onto a block or leave it onto the ground. If your knee is bent, that is just fine, but you're going to push out that toe, that heel. So if you do have something you can push it onto, or if you want to hover it, that's another option. But you're going to kick out that heel. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, relax your shoulders. And we're going to point and flex our toes a little bit. So the nice bend, keeping a little bend in your knee. And relax that foot down to the ground. I'm going to take the other one, so you can hover it. You can just slide it on the ground. Or you can take it up a little higher onto your books or your paper or a block. And you're going to point and flex your foot again. Good job. And both feet back to the floor. This is where our strap could come into use, or you could just use your arms. We're going to pull up your leg towards your chest and relax. If you're using the strap, just put it under your leg and pull up and relax. So again, on the other side, if you can lift this, that's just fine. If your hands come underneath, point and flex your toes and back down. Same on the other side, point and flex your toes and back down. One more time like that. We're going to circle your toes. You can equally do this on the floor. And back down. And the other side. Back down. Other way around. Take your circle in a different direction. And back down one more time. And back down. Good job. And this time you're going to keep your strap if you need it. You're just going to rotate your hips around into a circle. If lifting your leg is not accessible to you today, you can maybe draw a circle onto the ground, taking that as big or as small as you like. Or you can lift it with your hand, with the strap. Maybe you can try and see if you can lift that yourself. Checking in that your hips are staying on the ground, you're not rotating or leaning to the left or right. And that leg goes back down, shake it out. And we're going to go to the other side and rotate that around. Check in that we haven't slid to one side or the other. This can look like a circle on the ground. You can lift with your strap, or you can keep your hands down. And putting your leg back down. This time we're going to take our leg a bit further over and point our toes. We can make our legs straight here. We can move over our block and put our foot onto there. Or we can just keep it to the ground or bend it. We're trying to look for an opening of the hip on this side. If it helps, you can use your right hand to push yourself, open up your chest, straighten up that spine. Deep breath in, pushing away a little bit with that right hand. Try not to push too much on the knee joint, just behind the knee. And pushing that back to center. The other side, open that up. Notice if this feels any different, if you need to adjust your seat a little bit. Opening that up. As we do, we're opening up our shoulders, our chest. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more time. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And relax back down. And we're going to take this right leg, and if that is accessible to you, we're going to put it onto your knee, but it could equally stay on the ground as a cross leg, keeping this leg straight and opening up this leg, or you can place it onto the block, bring that towards you, just open up this way. But if you can get it up onto your knee, you can go ahead and do that. You can use this right hand to maybe leverage this down. This may be quite enough for you, but if you would like, you can inhale in and gently move your body over to pull yourself down, keeping a nice straight back and your shoulders open. And keep on breathing, noticing any sensations you may be feeling here. As you inhale, bring in all that energy. As you exhale, find any places that may need to relax today. And inhale, pull yourself up and place that foot back on the ground. We're going to switch over. So this could look as though you've pulled your leg over your knee. You could keep it onto block, the paper, a book on the ground, and just open it up, keeping this right leg straight. It could be a cross of the legs. And maybe you leverage yourself over, come to your elbows, come to the block. Maybe you stay around your back, whichever variation you are taking. Embrace those sensations, maybe lower your gaze, check in with your body. Inhale, feel that energy inside of you, and as you exhale, bring that energy, that love to any part of your body that may be feeling some tension. Maybe it's your shoulders or your jaw. It might not be your lower body at all. Concentrate on your breath. Maybe you lower your gaze. Maybe you close your eyes. On the next inhale, the fingers come up and we bring those down. We can push away the blocks or we can leave them closed for our relaxation at the end. We're going to take that right hand, bring it across your body. As you're doing this, you're not putting any weight onto your elbow. You're just pushing on the middle part of your arm, your lower arm. As you inhale, reach that spine back up. Exhale, relax your shoulders away from your ears. You're not pulling yourself up. You're pushing to find a nice stretch in your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, relax. And take that over to the other side. Relax those shoulders. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, relax your jaw, your shoulders, your neck. One more time, but first of all, we're going to take this open into a cactus. So push your heart through. Maybe you reach those fingers into a 5 position, reaching, stretching those fingers, opening up your heart. And with your exhale, we're going to take that back to the right arm, pulling that across to the left. You can wiggle your fingers, make a fist. See how that feels to clench your fist and relax. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, relax those shoulders, your jaw, your neck. And on the inhale, we're coming back out to those cactus arms. Maybe make that 5. A real stretch of your fingers from your thumbs to each finger. Maybe you wiggle your fingers. Deep breath in, lengthen the spine. Exhale, come around to the other side. Taking that stretch onto the other side. Maybe you make a fist, tense that whole side of your body. And then relax with an exhale. Relax those shoulders, your jaw, any tension you feel. And relaxing down. Good job. Shake out those arms. Good job. Well, that was a lovely way to make yourself move if you are sitting on a seat and you don't have a lot of space. Maybe you're recovering, maybe you just feel like a stretch where you are right now, which might be on the sofa, on a chair. You also can have the opportunity to just relax here. If you have that block, you can bring your legs into a position of comfort. Maybe cross, maybe we just relax those shoulders down. Inhale, one deep inhale. Be thankful for the time you took for yourself today. And exhale, let it all go. Lowering your gaze. And just take a few moments for yourself, checking in with your body. How you still can stay connected maybe with the mobility you have today. You can still connect with yoga, with the earth. Spend a moment in gratitude for the time you took today. Thank you so much for joining us. The light in me sees the light in you. Go forth, have a good day, rest of your day. Come back and visit. There's new videos, you can come back to this one. Please subscribe and click on notifications so that you get every video that we upload, an opportunity to join me Let me know if there's anything else you know. Chair yoga was something that someone requested. So I hope you can feel free to comment. Maybe you like this and you can comment in that too. Thank you.